My name is Dinakar. Start again. I am a consultant for about 10 years now, and earlier to that was working in Bosch, did various roles there. And my main activity is to help companies improve their performance. For that, I have a methodology called as doHow, which is based on chakras. That is the Indian way of, let us say, identifying and finding out where the business challenges are. What you see in the background are the two chakras. One is the career chakra, the other one is the business chakra, which I use as a foundation for my interventions in helping improvement in performance. With that brief introduction, I would like to also mention that I took the responsibility for organizing the SIT chat, which is what we are doing today. Today is the 6th SIT chat, which is quite good. And the basic objective was to really get our SIT members become visible so that both the mentor and the mentee can get to know each other, and through that relationships can get built. Otherwise, we are only looking at the name in the WhatsApp group or maybe once in a while here and there, and really don't know what is the background and what is the value that a person can bring to the table. And that's the reason why I thought we should start SIT chat, mainly to help our members become visible. And today we have one such SIT member, Vinayak Pai, specialist and an expert in CRM. So today we have asked him to help us understand his wisdom on using CRM for the startups. Because in the startup, as you know, one is to have the need, then we have a solution. Both of that we spoke about in the earlier weeks. And then we need to sell those solutions, right, to get the customer for that. And that's the place where the CRM comes into picture. The most important thing in any company to really get the oxygen for any company, which is business and sales orders. So over to you, Vinayak. Please introduce yourself briefly and then share your wisdom. So all of us are very eager to listen to you. Over to you, Vinayak.
Thank you so much, Dinakar, for supporting me and allowing me to, do this SIT chat for all the SIT members and whoever is not in SIT also. So thank you so much. And just to give you a reference to what Dinakar said, my name is Vinayak. I have spent 26 years in the business of CRM. My company is 12 years old, and before that I have run some of India's largest CRMs, starting with the Pyramid and Crossroads, which were the first mall in India, then with ICICI Prudential, Raymond, UTI Mutual Fund, Pfizer, so many of them. And for the last 10 years, we are running this company called as Abhiyan. We have 150 odd customers globally. So that's a little bit of me. So what I'm going to do today is nothing complex. Okay, I'm just going to do a very small presentation, what is called as, and which is my most favorite presentation, which I do to a lot of people, CRM made simple. So that's the whole idea today. Okay. And during the presentation, if you believe that you want to ask me a question, I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, after the presentation is over. But I will be catching hold of somebody, okay, who needs to answer my questions. So that's how we'll start. Okay. So may I start, Dinakar, with your permission?
Yeah, sure. Please go on. Yeah, please.
Okay.
आंसर करेगा तो गिफ्ट देगा क्या?
हाँ, गिफ्ट दूंगा ना. क्या बोलता है? डोर प्राइस. Okay, just advise me if you can see my screen. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, very much.
Yes, Vinayak, go ahead.
Okay. So let me start by asking a question. Okay. My question here is very simple. Can you see CRM here? So if you can open up your mics and tell me, can you see CRM here? Okay. Can
yeah,
you
it
see
is
CRM
basically
here?
scouting. Scouting is what is happening there.
Wonderful. Anybody else? Can anybody else see a CRM here? By the way,
CRM is what is happening here is that the bee is really spreading that entire flowers from one point to other and expanding the business.
Absolutely. Very nice. What else? Anybody else can see a CRM? A CRM, just for the
चूस रहा
people
है.
who are uninitiated, it stands for Customer Relationship Management. So,
हाँ, चूस रहा है.
so can
हनी
you
हनी
see
भी
CRM?
हनी भी नेक्टर को चूस रहा है.
Ah, very nice. Very good. Anybody else? Okay, so I'll ask you one more question. Okay, can you see CRM here? Can you see CRM here?
I
By
can
the way,
see a
that's my
chaos.
wife and 2 kids. Okay, that's my wife and 2 kids. So, can you
Networking.
see CRM here?
I can see a chaos there.
Okay, wonderful. That's a nice thing. It happens with every family. Wonderful.
Yeah,
What else do
yeah.
you see here?
Relationship building.
Okay, relationship building. Wonderful. Anybody else has a point of view on that? Can you see a CRM here? That's my question. Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay, now I'll ask even more simple question. I'm sure everybody knows this answer. Okay, I'll be happy that if you could answer. What is a customer according to you? Just a simple question, simple answer I'm expecting. What's a customer according to you?
Maybe somebody who's really excited at what I do, and then I'll stop
Okay.
answering.
One who
Okay,
is
wonderful.
ready to pay for your product or services.
One who has a
Wonderful.
problem and we have a solution for it, and who buys our solution.
Anybody who is willing to take the products and services which I'm selling.
Oh, wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So exactly what you all of you said, but I just want to add a different twist to it. Okay. So a customer is one who gets a product or a service with or without consideration. Okay. With or without consideration. Now, consideration could be money. It could be barter. Means you will say, I will give you one t-shirt, you give me one pant. Okay, so that could be consideration. Another way would be that you may do a lot of things without consideration. Now, I'll give you an example once I go a little bit ahead. Okay, once I explain to you what's a customer relationship management is all about, and then you'll maybe understand why did I say without consideration. Because can we get a, by the way, just for curiosity, can we get a product or service without consideration?
Without?
Consideration, without paying.
Yes. No. No.
No?
No.
Not at all.
Wonderful.
During the free trial period only.
Ah, yeah, that could be one way of looking at it. So you all believe that, you know, that you get a, means you can't get a product or service without consideration. So let me answer that for you. So as we said, that without consideration means there is no money involved. Okay. And please understand, a customer is someone who gets a product or service. Okay. So if you look at customers from a different aspect, if you only look from a business aspect, maybe one part of yours is right. Maybe means you wouldn't do for free. But I'll give you an example. Haven't you done consulting for free to people? Don't you do it sometimes? Where you go and tell people you should do this way, you should do that way, and you are not sure you are getting business, but it's consulting which you're doing for free. So many times you do consulting for free. Many times you do a lot of things without consideration, hoping that you'll someday get business. So what happens is at that point of time, a customer gets a service from you, which is for which you are not paid. Okay. Hoping you'll get business. Okay. So that's the whole thing. So you can do it with and without consideration. So then let me now quickly bring in the aspect of CRM. Okay. So meaning of CRM, we agreed what the CRM is. Okay. Now customer can have different meanings at different places. So it could be a client, it could be a patient, it could be a passenger, it could be a customer, it could be a buyer. Okay. So any of this could be customers. Okay. Now, can you see at the bottom, I put 3 more: employee, vendor, stakeholder. Where did all these people come as customers? So can anybody tell me why do you think I put employees and vendors and stakeholders as customers?
Sometimes they are internal customers also, right?
Yes, but why? Why do you think I put them there? Why are they customers?
You need to manage relationship with them as well. They are the ones who are going to lead to a pipeline of customers. I mean, that's where
Wonderful.
it is.
What else?
See, if your employees, vendors, or stakeholders are not happy, you can't develop happy customers.
Wonderful. That's so. That's so. So why did I call them customers on the first place?
Because they are internal customers, as your slide says.
No, not because my slide says. I'm asking you, why would you call an employee an internal customer? Why would you call him a customer on the first place?
Because
They
even
are
they have the
interested
need,
to
and
in
which
your
we are
product
able
or
to get
service.
some
That is why they
solutions.
are engaging with you.
Sorry, can you just repeat? Sorry.
They are passionate or interested about the product or service. That is why they are in engagement with your product.
Absolutely. What else? What else? Somebody was saying,
They
sorry,
have-
I got.
They also have certain amount of needs, which another department or is able to give a certain solution or this. So in that aspect, they also form to be an internal customer for that department.
Wonderful, wonderful. So when I bring both of you, what you said is right, that in any companies, there will be internally also, you will be doing service to somebody, right? Like a finance department does service to the sales department by giving an invoice. So if I don't get the invoice, can you give it to your client? You can't, right? So similarly, if sales doesn't do his part, money doesn't come. If money doesn't come, we can't pay salary and do the rest of the thing. So everybody is everybody else's customer in one way or the other. And the people who a company serves is called as a external customer. So if your company has a bunch of clients or customers or passengers or whatever they're named called by, they are called as external customers. And internal customers are exactly what you guys said. Anybody who is internal to you and without whom you can't run a company unless you are a single person consultant, and just because of one of you, you alone can run everything. But still remember that even if you're alone, you may need a website person who can help you with the website. You may need a telephony service provider who will help you out. So this is important. Why? Because please understand, if there are any people who are in gifting business, okay, internal customer gifting is a huge business, okay, and they run programs called as rewards and recognition programs, okay. And just to give you a sense, the rewards and recognition program of ICICI Prudential, the redemption value was 620 crore rupees. That big is the value of redemption which happens there. Okay. So when we look at customers, you should look at both the sides of customers, and obviously relationships and managements are colloquial, easy terms. You understand when two or more people are connected and managing things. Now again, I go back to the whole thing.
Sorry, Vinayak, Muthu here. Probably I will
Yeah.
give my understanding of internal customers. In large organization, what happens is that each profit center runs as a separate P&L, which means there are two reasons why they want to do that as internal customer. One is to maintain and monitor the service levels in terms of how many to get that quantifying how good they are able to serve internally. So in terms of how many services they offer and how many tickets they handle internally, how much they do. Second is that is the where that internal P&L will help them whether that unit is really making profitable, even if it is a funny money, but still to understand whether they are really making that impact to the organization. So the internal customer concept is really critical to have all these aspects. That's why we treat internally everybody as a customer, so that it will also improve the competition. For example, I know within for example in IBM, right, when they take services, they take services from their own, plus they take it from external. So the internal guys also have to compete with the external vendors and then bring that perspective to the team. So that is where it increases this competitiveness, as well as their service quality also improves because of that.
Wonderful, wonderful, very well said. So the thing which I wanted to bring out from this slide is that customers don't have to only be external to the company. They could be internal to the company, and you may want to look at those set of customers. Okay, see what happens is, I was giving you the example of gifting agencies. When gifting agencies go now, customers just tend to ensure that they give it out to their clients and whoever. But there's a big bunch of internal customers who you can pitch in. Okay, HR, huge HR consultants, anybody is there, employee, vendor, stakeholder, absolutely get. Do you know there's a vendor rewards program in very, very large companies? They run vendor rewards so that they keep on delivering on time so that their external customers are happy. So I hope all of you have got a sense of it. Now, again, I'm asking you the same question. Okay, just a minute, please. Okay, can you see a CRM now here? Now, has your thinking about CRM changed now? Can you see this and tell me when you look at the first image, what does it tell you? From a customer CRM management lesson, what we spoke till now.
The bee over there is having on a platter in plenty. So, I mean, the flower is serving his customer. The bee is the customer. So it is getting the nectar there. It is open.
Okay.
It is available.
Correct.
It is attractive. The bee is coming and it is attractive there.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very nice, Sagar. Anybody else?
I would like to say the first image shows the external customer and the second picture shows the internal customer.
Yes, wonderful.
A depiction
Very
of
nice. Yes, wonderful. What else?
Second picture, internal customer, and better the internal vendors take whatever the customer is giving.
Yeah, what else? What else do you see from these two images? One last, so that then I can quickly run you through this. Okay, so look from a customer perspective. Okay, what we spoke about, who is a customer. So assuming the flower is the customer, what does the bee do for the flower?
Pollen spread? No.
So it does pollination. It helps in pollination. So that's the service which is provided. Okay, by the flower. What does the bee get in return?
Nectar.
Honey, right? So that's the consideration which you get. Okay, so now look at the picture. Okay, there's a mother and there are two kids sitting out there. Okay, what's the CRM do you see in that? Do you see a CRM there? Okay, so let me answer them. My son and daughter are my wife's customers. Okay, every morning they keep on asking, Amma, give me this, Amma, give me that, do this for me, Amma, where's my clothes, Amma? What does the Amma do? She gives a service saying your clothes are kept there, your food is kept on the table. So that's the service she provides. Does she charge money for it? No. She doesn't charge money for it. So what I meant, so if I go back to what I said before, a customer gets a product or a service with or without consideration. Many times, we must have donated money to NGOs, right? We would have donated a lot of money to NGOs. What's the benefit we get? Forget the ATG, okay? Please don't tell me ATG, that's okay. But don't you get satisfaction? So there's no consideration. Yeah, sorry, please.
Sorry, just said inner satisfaction.
Yeah, very nice. So what I meant to say from till this slide is CRM is everywhere and including nature. There is CRM everywhere and we need to have a look at it. So if when you go in the morning, if a rickshaw driver smiles and make you sit inside the rickshaw without making a fuss, okay, that is CRM. Okay, if when you go to the train station, you get the train on time and you reach the right place on time, that's CRM. So if you look at the whole world, there is CRM happening one time or the other. The relationship between the grandparents and the grandchild, another example of CRM. So what I meant to say is, to simplify CRM, CRM is everywhere in this world, okay? Everywhere. It's in nature and all other places. So now I ask you the most loud question I have, okay? So this is what CRM does. CRM helps building long-lasting customer relation. And we have understood the meaning of customer. So please understand, for any CRM to function, you need to understand who your customer is, okay? And manage that relationship better. So mothers knows how to handle her children very, very well. So that's the relationship all about. So now I ask you the most important question. My favorite question. Do you think CRM is a software? How many of you believe CRM is a software? How many of you believe now? Anybody? Does anybody believe that CRM is a software?
Software
Okay.
is a part of CRM.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Good to hear that. Okay. So what happens is, the general perception people have is, I want to set up a CRM. The assumption of people is that if you put a CRM software, I'm good with it. And that's not what CRM it is. CRM is all about much bigger picture. So just to answer, CRM, as you rightly said, that software is one of the byproducts of CRM. And this is what CRM is all about. It's a strategy you're building, okay, for a long-lasting relationship with your customers. Okay, so this now ends the whole basic idea about what CRM was all about, because this is very essential, that if you don't get what your customer is and how a customer behaves, you will not be able to build a strategy. Like I was giving you the example of mothers. Mothers know how to handle their children. It's as simple as that. You can see it at home every day of your life. That's CRM. She knows what she needs to do. When kids are angry, what she needs to do. That's the exact thing what happens in your business. Your customers get angry. When a customer is angry, what you need to do? That is CRM. When the customer is happy, what you need to do? That's CRM. If the customer is supposed to be made happy, what you need to do? That's CRM. So everything in this world, nature, is CRM. So I want to stop here for a minute and ask if anybody has a question till now on what CRM was. This was my core thing. Then I will just have a couple of slides and we are done with it. So if anybody has a question till now, here I'm happy to answer.
So the primary notion of CRM is KYC, if I am not wrong. Know your customer. Know your customer better.
Yes. Yes. That's true. That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vinayak, may I suggest you complete it, then we will go and get into the discussion only from the time control part of it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we have another. Okay. I'll quickly finish. Okay. Okay. So now the next question you'll ask, okay, hypothetically, let's assume I decide to run this CRM. Okay. What is it benefited? Means how do I benefit if I implement a CRM right? So I would like to give you a very nice story. Okay. I have a very good friend. Okay. Her name is Neeta. Okay. She stays in Mumbai. Okay, so she used to love to go to a place called a Shopper Stop. Okay, it's a retail outlet in Mumbai. Okay, so one day she told me, Vinayak, yaar, what are you doing? Okay, let's go with me to Shopper Stop. So I go along with Neeta to Shopper Stop. Now I've never gone to Shopper Stop. I see it for the first time. And I love what is there in Shopper Stop. So I decide to pick up a t-shirt for myself. Now what has happened at this point of time is, Neeta has introduced me to Shopper Stop, and now Shopper Stop says, why don't you give me your phone number? And when he invoices, my phone number gets attached to my invoice. And so what happens is, Shopper Stop is now able to know there's a person by the name Vinayak Pai who has taken a t-shirt. Now, what Shopper Stop will want to do for me is that they want Vinayak to keep on coming back to me. Okay. So they have now understood that Vinayak Pai loves t-shirts because he has taken t-shirts, and I love white, I love red color t-shirt because that was the house of my school. Okay, that was my school house. So I love, red t-shirts a lot. And they came to know because they were figuring out what I was doing. So what they started doing was, there was a beautiful sale which was happening in Shoppers Stop. And one day they wrote a message to me, there is a sale of t-shirts. Why don't you come? But I said, he's not talking about a red t-shirt. He's not talking about anything. Why should I go? So I just didn't go. So I said, forget it. Then Shoppers Stop somehow came to know Vinayak has not come. So what did Shoppers Stop do next time is, they said, Vinayak, did you know that we have a t-shirt sale and your red t-shirt is available there? Now would you like to come? Now I said, yeah, I love red t-shirts. So what I did, I went there and I bought a red t-shirt. Okay. So what has happened is, first they understood who the customer was. There was a person called as Vinayak. They tried to retain me in some way, and they started knowing me better. So they started reaching out to me and saying, Vinayak likes red t-shirt. I will only talk about red t-shirt. I will not talk about anything else. Now what happened is, because of this, I started going to Shoppers Stop many times, because nowadays everybody does a sale every alternate month, if you allow me to say that. So what has happened is, my spend, which used to be, I used to visit maybe Shoppers Stop twice and maybe 1,000 rupees each time. Suddenly I've started going there 5 times and my spend went to 2,000 rupees. So what is happening is, because I am in touch with my customer, Shoppers Stop, I started spending more. Now, what is the analogy to you people? If you have a bunch of customers, you keep on talking to those customers in the language which they understand and which they want to hear, which allows you to build more base. And once that happened, I started telling everybody I like Shoppers Stop only and nobody else, which allowed Shoppers Stop to build me a relationship. And I started, whatever happens, whenever I had to take anybody, whoever came from US, I would only take them to Shoppers Stop. And that's how I started differentiating. Now, once you look at this, okay, each of this circle, if you follow this circle, what is going to happen? Your revenues are going to increase. So when you get your strategy right, you get the biggest thing in your life, money. Okay, money in the account, because you are talking to the customer in the language what the customer wants to understand, and you are doing everything feasible to make it easy for the customer to come and buy. Now, in the olden days, we couldn't do many of the things, but today we are in a position to do that. Now, each of these bubbles is linked to something which you must have heard in your life. Okay. So how many of you heard of leads management? How many of you have heard of leads management? How many of you have heard of leads management? Nobody?
I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard. Quite a few have heard.
Okay. How many of you have heard of customer service?
All of us.
Most of us.
Okay. How many of you have heard of sales process management? How many of you have heard of this word?
Yes.
Yeah, all of us.
Okay, so all of you would have heard. Now, if you go back, okay, retain customer, target marketing is all part of analytics and database management and campaigns. Okay, acquire a new customer is called as leads management. So if you have heard of leads management, it is going towards acquiring of a new customer. Sales process management is you have an existing customer and managing that and trying to convert the whole thing. So this is what a CRM will have. But the base ethos is this. So if you understand this basics, okay, you will be able to implement any strategy. And again, please remember, you don't need a software to do this. Okay. If you are a very large, means if you have a large client base and a lot of people run CRMs using just Excel. Okay. So what I meant to tell you in this whole 2 slides is that if you do this, your revenues will increase. And you just have to follow a simple process of doing this. And these are some of the things which are available. Okay. And these are examples of CRM strategies which people have used. Okay. For Raymond, there is something called as Raymond Rewards. I don't know how many of you have heard of that. Taj Inner Circle. If you have gone to Lifestyle, there is something called as Inner Circle. These are all CRM strategies which people use to run a CRM. Okay, so retailers will run CRM in a different manner. A B2B person will run a CRM in a very, very different manner. And if you love to know more, these are some of the verticals and what is the strategy you may want to use. So if it's a real estate, lot of business in real estate comes from referral management, which is equivalent to leads management in some way. So the more the powerful referral management solution you have, okay, the more leads you will get. Okay, when you come to insurance, loyalty program, now somebody, if you recollect, you can't run a loyalty program for end customers. So to insurance companies run loyalty programs for internal customers, for their advisors. They will run it for their internal bank insurance employees and similar. So in retail, it will be different. So this is how verticals get divided using CRM strategy. Okay. Now this is where I would like to stop. And now the floor is open. I'll switch it off and ask me any questions you want. And I'm happy to answer. I stuck with my 30 minutes. Sorry.
Super. No, not a problem. It was a really very exciting, very inspiring. Vinayak, I think you really touched the, what should I say, the heart of all of us, because CRM is just understood as CRM. That the spirit of CRM, many a times we don't really have that at all, you know, in many companies. I want to just request each one of you to please raise your hand so that it becomes easy to organize. Otherwise, it becomes quite unruly. And before any question gets asked, Vinayak, whatever we are speaking a little earlier, my question to you would be the following. See, if you see, you very correctly and very aptly explained that CRM is all about understanding the customer, building relationships, and then trying to get to know the customer in the best possible way, so that through that some sale can be made or some interaction can be made. So how is it that one should go about getting that part of CRM implemented in a company rather than the software? What are your thoughts on that, ideas on that?
So to implement a CRM, right, the first and most important thing is that, you know, the customer should believe in that on the first place. Okay, he or she should believe that CRM is very essential for them. So just to give you a sense, the Taj Inner Circle program approval came from the board. It was not done by some marketing guy who wanted to start a loyalty program at the Taj. It was approved by the board because the board believed, okay, that it was essential. So for a company, the first person who needs to believe in a CRM is the owner, proprietor, board of directors, whoever it is, because without them online, okay, it just becomes a marketing activity. In most companies, people believe CRM is a marketing activity. CRM is not a marketing activity. Okay, CRM is a strategic activity and it has to come from the board. So first the board or the owner or whoever is goes and says, yes, I want CRM. And then my experience has been that if the owner, proprietor, board approves of CRM, then generally people fall in line. And then you can decide based on your things, what kind of CRM you want to use. But another challenge, okay, and Dinakar, I have seen it and maybe you would have also seen it. People don't have processes to manage those CRMs. That's the second problem statement. So the thing is, once you have got an approval, let's say we want to do, the next is to write what is called as the customer journey. Okay, go anywhere and I have rarely seen somebody actually documenting that customer journey end to end. Okay, if I do a dipstick survey just now, okay, you will see majority of us will not have a customer journey written.
Shouldn't that be the first step for a founder? In a sense, the founder is basically interested in doing something for business. That should be the first step of a founder, isn't it? To really understand how is he going to get a customer, the journey of a customer.
So see, everybody's journey is in the memory of a person. It's in the mind. It's not on paper. I'm just saying it's not on paper. I know how to get business, but it's not on paper how to get it. So the next guy is like Chinese whispers. Okay, whatever I tell, the other guy hears, then the other guy goes, and we don't have anything documented. So that's a humble request to all of you that if you don't have it today, please go ahead and write your customer journey, and you will be surprised of so many things you are not aware of your customer. You will be so surprised, and you will be also be surprised that 20 people will have 20 different opinions about your customer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, about your customer journey. So that's the second thing. Then once you have a customer, you know how CRM people make money. Okay, vendors like us make money. You know, we make money because you don't know the customer journey. So everything becomes a change request then. Arey sir, you didn't tell me. How would I know? Now you have to pay me money. This is how people make money. So it's essential that you have a customer journey clearly mentioned, post which you can decide what kind of a system. Now, when I say system, I'm requesting you, don't assume it has to be a CRM software. It could be in Excel. I don't care what it is, but clearly documented. And the fourth thing, okay, is to get people to religiously follow and entering into it. That's the only thing. So these are the 4 steps you may want to follow.
Super. Sagar, you had a question. Please introduce yourself and again ask for the sake of others.
Okay. Hi. My name is Sagar Maurpul and I have a startup in sustainable architecture. Okay. Vinayak, my question is, in certain businesses where the life cycle of a particular customer, okay, is a short one, okay, but in few business, the life cycle is a long one. How do you advise in these 2 scenarios for a customer relationship?
So I'm going by I'm taking an assumption just now. A business where the life cycle is small means you could have many more customers. Okay,
Volume.
You may have many customers, right? So it could also, give me an example, could be FMCG. Okay, you go, you sell, end of the story. Again you go, again you sell. Okay, so but everywhere, whether it is a small customer, small life cycle or long life cycle, the logics, what I have suggested to the team out here will still remain the same. You can't change that. Okay, the CRM has to come from the top management. The customer journeys have to be mentioned. So I'll give you an example. There was a client of mine, okay, who gets business after 2 years. Okay, because he's into glass cladding business. Okay, so what happens is when buildings come up, right, there are claddings which are come up. Now for those claddings, you need to go only when the building is ready. You can't go before that, right? But you have to start your CRM from the day the foundation is done there. Okay, so to answer your second question, if you have the right CRM in place, you will be reminded 1 month in advance, okay, I have to go there, so that I can get the business. So that's I hope it answers your question. Yeah, Prasad, if I can answer your question, please.
So just have a question on how do founders and company, certain higher management people bring in that discipline amongst the lower level for making sure that the CRM is actually judiciously used and make sure the full advantage of it is taken.
Okay. So in any business, in anything, okay, say let's say if I ask money from you, okay, the question you will always ask is, what is in it for me? Okay, so that's the question which every time I will ask, okay, what's in it for me? So when you have to implement something like this, okay, we should be in a position to figure out what is in it for that person. Okay, and generally what happens is in many places, right, CRM just gets shoved in the throats of people.
Yeah.
Okay, they say from today you have to use this software. Okay, that's the end of it. That's the diktat. Okay. Now, because of the diktat, what happens is now people then figure out, arey sir, it doesn't work on my mobile system battery goes down, so I'm not able to do it. So people keep on giving reasons for it. Okay. But I'm not saying you need to be 100% democratic, but you can always try and, look at a bunch of set of people test it out with them, because the best way in any business is like how you have a budget top to down. You do the same thing when you want to do a CRM. You go with the top, give it to the next bunch, convince that person why you want the CRM. Then that person will ensure he convinces the branch below them. And that's how it works. So if the sales manager is not happy, trust me, nobody below will do your work for you. So that's the reality. Okay, now other thing which happens now, how do we improve data entry and all? Now what has happened is a lot of people are figuring out CRMs using WhatsApp and all, where you just enter something in WhatsApp and it goes into the CRM and all that. So people are finding out digital methods to reduce the work which people have to do. So that's happening in the space today. Okay, I hope I answered your question.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think Vinayak, I just wanted to add one more thing. If you look at it, the first set of presentation which you did, which was basically asking questions. Moment the managers do that with their teams on a daily basis, till the time that people understand the essence of CRM, automatically everybody will start using it, in my opinion. What I have experienced. It's important to understand what is the objective, more than what is in it for me, because that is definitely there. There is no doubt at all in that. But most of the time, the guy doesn't even know, why am I entering here? Why should I enter the percentage yield? What is the probability of the order? He doesn't know at all. You just forced him to do it. And that discussion and debate itself will get them to do it, because they want to succeed.
But
In fact,
the
what Dinakar said,
they don't have time for doing all that. So that's the problem.
It's a decision, right? Like you said, if Taj board decided to implement that, it's a manager's decision to say that, look, 15 minutes I'll spend in explaining this every day, or maybe once a week. If every day may be a little too much.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so who wants to ask the next question?
Yeah, Manish is there. Manish.
And then Nina.
Manish, would you like to ask the question, please?
Am I audible?
Yeah, very much.
Manish.
Go on.
Okay. So this is Manish. I am into the recruitment startup. My question is to Vinayak is this one, right? Do you believe that our local shopkeepers have to learn a lot about CRM? I don't see them doing much about customer relationships.
Can you just repeat? Sorry, I lost you, the whole thing.
Do you believe that our local shopkeepers have to learn a lot about CRM?
Can I tell you one thing? You'll be surprised. They do better CRM than many of us.
Agree.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, they do better CRMs. I'll give you an analogy. Okay, in Mumbai, okay, any woman, okay, who goes to a shopkeeper who they know, they are always called as bhabhi. Okay, so when my wife used to go to a shopkeeper, so that person will ask, Bhabhi, आपको मैंने 1 महीने पहले I had given you soap. Do you still have it? So she'll say, I don't have it. Oh, okay, give me a soap. Okay, then he will remind her, okay, something new has come up. So he'll tell him. So what happens is they do far better CRM. Then I'll give you one more example of CRM. I have a very, very close friend of mine who stays in a very upscale locality called as Valli in Mumbai. Okay, there's a panwala. Okay, there's a panwala. Okay, whenever my friend goes to the panwala, he just looks at my friend, makes his pan and gives it to him. That's it. No questions asked. Nothing is done. Now, you know what my friend told me one day? He told me, Manish, one day, the day somebody from that panwala says, Saab, konsa pan bandhu na, us din se I will stop eating pan there. That's the CRM that panwala does. And he has more than 200, 300 customers. He never asks what's the pan. So that's the CRM. And trust me, they do far better than us. I hope I have answered your question.
Okay, thank you.
That's more personalized.
Yeah,
than
Nina,
the
please
software
go on.
Managed.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for that lovely presentation. I'm Dr. Nina Gayatri, and I'm from an organization called ACE Innovations. We run the World Storytelling Championships. We're all about stories. And I have a question for you. There's so much, all this CRM deals with so much of data. What data security measures should we take? Because there is so much of data breaches that are happening every day. What are the data security measures that one should take?
Okay. see, the first data security you have to do is stop using Excel. Okay. So majority of the people run everything on Excel. So that's the biggest stolen data anywhere in the world today. Okay. And if you ask me from a data security perspective, if you look at most CRMs, okay, they will have enough security in terms of privacy, who can access what data, and most CRMs, well-known CRMs, okay. See, there's no guarantee of anything anywhere, okay. But what I can assure you, most CRMs do something called as encryption at rest. What does encryption at rest mean? That you, let's say your hard disk, ma'am, okay, you have a hard disk at home, right? If I do an encryption at rest, if I pick up your hard disk and run away, I can't decrypt it. I can't read what is written. So that's what most people do. So if you have heard of ISO 27000 or something like that, and SOC 2, okay, they are the safest in terms of security. So that's how it is. But first thing is that I request most of you, whoever is on Excel, to move to some system where you can get better security. That's my humble request.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Vivek, over to you. It's your chance now.
See, basically just a minute, please. Yeah.
Introduce yourself and then ask the question.
Yeah, I am Vivek Palshule. Me and Dinakar work together. So when you said that CRM implementation has to go right till the down, it reminded me of a customer where they had challenges. They had put a CRM software, and only through the workshop they realized the importance of doing that, because the manager was trying and pushing, but it didn't work. And through a workshop they got it, and then they started doing it on a regular basis. So what you said is very, very critical, that unless until the need is established with those people, it doesn't get done, because that company had spent really huge amount of money in CRM, but it has not got percolated down. And it is a FMCG goods company. So they have, it's one of the biggest FMCG companies in India, which is so, and that really touched heart with me, what you said.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I recently got a call from a very, very large German company. They wanted me to help them, consult them on adoption of Salesforce. They want consulting. They don't want me to implement, because this is a real challenge. Okay, it's a real challenge. Okay, so very well said, Vivek. So who's the next one?
Supriya, please go on.
Yeah,
Supriya.
Architect Supriya, representing Creatrix Design Studio, the founder and the principal architect. My query to you, Mr. Vinayak, is in the construction industry, which is mostly disorganized sector, whatever is the project planning or strategic planning we implement, it doesn't get along with the site working. There will be a lot of delays or some issues, wherein the end user who has invested their emotions, the individual, especially the residential sector, it gets difficult to make them understand. Though they understand, they will not be in a position to accept it. And their ultimate frustration is like, you have given me a project timeline, which is not happening as per the planning. So how does this customer relation management happens? Ultimately, it cascades onto us itself.
Okay, so it's a valid thing, okay, and time overruns and cost overruns, I've generally seen are very common in this industry, the industry where you come from. Okay, now the most important thing is communication. You know what happens? I'll tell you. I have a friend, okay, who does something similar, but he's a contractor. He comes and always says, and sorry, I'm using Hindi here, okay, अरे हो जाएगा ना sir, क्या tension ले रहे हो? Okay, and that is absolutely wrong communication, because you are giving somebody the feeling that it will happen and it doesn't happen. And then they will say that somebody went to the hometown, and I don't know whether it's in Karnataka, but in Maharashtra, there are certain days where a Kamgar will never even touch a tool for some days. Okay, there are certain dates, okay, where they won't touch a tool, but that is never told to the customer. So it is your responsibility to be very transparent with the customer. And generally what I have noticed is my personal experience with me, okay, that contractors or whoever, they are not transparent because they have multiple sites to handle. Okay, they have the same set of people who will go to multiple sites. So they keep on not telling the right information to the customer. Now, trust me, if you start doing it rightly, okay, what will happen is the customer will be frustrated only for that 1 minute. Okay, when you tell the truth, but after that the customer is satisfied. At least you told on the face, right? And that's what people expect. So people expect a solution. You figure out a solution. That's how I would do it. Okay, so that's my humble take. Yeah.
Can I just add one, Vinayak? I'll just add one to whatever you said, because we both are partners and she has never asked me this question before. Supriya, in construction industry, the kind of question what you ask is more an emotional one. So how you are going to be emotionally detached and how you are going to attach, that is something you need to think with customer relationship management in construction industry or architecture industry. Now over to Sanjay for his question. Hi Sanjay, turn on your video, introduce yourself and ask the question please.
Hi everybody. Sorry, I am just traveling. So I was not able to put my videos on. So I am Sanjay, representing an engineering service industry. So, okay, the toughest portion, what we deal with customer relationship management. Yeah, everything goes fine and, we do a service for them. But the moment, you look for some price increases, right? You say that, you agree for X price and you want X plus delta. The entire relationship management gets to the, the same loop where we started the RFQ. Right? So just wondering how to, cope up with such situations, how to have a better relationship and then keep it moving.
Okay, so this is the way I could think about it. Okay, have you ever done a rent agreement, Sanjay, in your life?
Yes, sir, of course.
Okay, so what is written in the rent agreement on increase of prices?
We would say every, after 1 year or so, there will be escalation of 5%, 6%, whatever. So the, the terms are, and then we will keep, increasing the rent from there on.
Wonderful. So it is transparent, right? It is clear upfront, right?
Right.
Correct. Okay. So what happens is, I'm sure you guys are transparent, but I'm only saying when you sign contracts, so in engineering contracts, I'm sure there would be a escalation clause. Okay.
Right.
Because everything in some cases many things are linked to the inflation also.
Right.
That's my understanding. So it is always better to be very transparent with the customer. See, transparency is the key. Okay. Just say there will be increase and put it upfront. Okay, if there is no increase, well and good. But if it happens, the customer is aware in advance. The problem is we tell them, okay, when it is too late. And in many companies, right, people don't. And then you end up taking a hit, which you never had to do it on the first place.
Very true.
Okay, if you have been
That's
transparent, that's what. And tell see, when you can write it on your rent agreement, why can't you write in your contract?
The problem is it is there in the contract and it is there in the PO terms also, sir. What it happens is even the PO terms get over. They keep running with the same stuff, saying we will consider it for the next we'll consider it for the next quarter, and we cannot stop our services only for the increased portion of it. So still you take the hit and then keep running the show.
Sanjay, that's the choice you took, na?
Yeah, true into that.
That's the choice you took. You didn't have to take that choice, na?
Yeah.
If you had not taken the choice, you would have got the money. You took the choice. Stop it. What will happen? You lose one customer, but others will fall in line. No. Because in the market news will go, if you don't pay them on time or the money which is agreed, they will stop. It's okay because they also need you, equally.
True.
It's not one-sided. No, boss. You are not just taking money for not providing product or service, right? You're doing that, right?
Right.
Yeah. Anybody else who would like to ask?
I think Manish had a question once more, is it? Manish,
I have a supplementary question actually, Vinayak ji, on this one, on the local shopkeeper. so you gave the example of Shoppers Stop, right? That you went once and then they pulled you again, right? So the but in the example of local shopkeepers, if I am keep going to a particular shop, the thing like Bhaviji and all that works well. But if I just go to once a local shop, they don't have any mechanism to pull me again, right? So at this place, don't they fail into CRM?
See what when we spoke about CRM, right? What was the thing we discussed? We said that I want to focus on my clients, okay, who are existing. Okay, so the Bhabiji is an example of an existing client. If you're going it for the first time, why would they care? Okay, they will do the service and drop. But if you start going them over and over again, trust me, they will build a CRM with you also. But if you're going one time, it is same with your business also, na Manish? If a customer is coming to you one time, okay, you will do the service as required. But if the customer keeps on coming many number of times, your style and management will become different. So same applies to a shopkeeper also. And shopkeepers don't need a software to do it. Their memory, their entire family knows you. Okay, and see, I'll tell you, I used to stay in a place called as Vilepale in Mumbai. My shops are tied. They know me from childhood. So the CRM is there from childhood. So that's how it works. So I hope it answers your question that if you are a customer, one-time customer, nobody cares anyways, right? You get your money, you're okay with it. But if you're a continuous customer, you will spend the time.
But if they put a mechanism to pull the customer again, won't it be helpful for them?
Yeah, see, today what happens is most of the people who go to the shopkeeper, right, they are all looking for top-ups and all. Otherwise, the rest of the things comes on an app. So they are okay with their business. Okay, if they want to put, okay, today some people have done that. You know, they send WhatsApp messages and all, which I find it very lousy. Okay, but people do it. Okay. So if you have some solution which helps them to do that at a more cost-effective manner, people will take it from you. That's my humble take.
Vinayak, outstanding, and also answered the questions very crisply and timely, so that we could really close on time. We are really on time. Before we close our session, may I request each one of you to switch on your cameras? Sagar, as usual, will take a picture. Yeah.
Dinakar, Amarji has something to say.
Yeah, please go on, Amarji.
Good evening to all. This is Amar from JWF Exports. Lakshmikantji, a wonderful presentation made by you on CRM. I have just a very small question. The gist of your talk was based more on technicalities. I feel a product is more important than the quality of services you provide to customers. That builds your customer relationship, in my opinion. What is your say on that?
Sir, can I ask you, question? Okay, you spoke about quality, sir. Okay. Yeah. Sir, will you ever tell that I give bad quality?
No, it is there. It is there in India, sir.
No, I'm sure, but I'm asking you.
If you're talking on the rewards, if you're talking on rewards, loyalty, I have also traveled globally from my angle. I see even in Bangalore, if you take the best payer, the way CRM is a hoteliers. Because if you go to MTR, for which I am a customer for last 50 years, this quality customer service, people go there. Product speaks for itself. People go because the product is good. If I am coming to Lakshmikantji, it is because his product is good, his services are good. And there the loyalty is built over a period of time.
I'm sure, sir. I'm with you on that thought process of yours. You are absolutely right. What I meant was quality cannot become a parameter for loyalty. That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Quality
I will disagree with you. Quality always becomes a parameter when you want to have loyalty, sir. This is my take.
May I just moderate this, whatever he said and whatever you said. I feel what Vinayak was telling was quality cannot be the only parameter. Quality is something which has to be given, right? It's something which is already inherent in the product or service. So apart from the quality, there are a lot of other things also. And what you are telling is quality is something which is mandatory for building the relationship. And that is something I don't think Vinayak would disagree with that.
Sir, another thing, sir, what you said is also right. Okay. The product has to be good. The services has to be good, right? I'm with you on that 100%. But that's what is the job of the business, right? To give the right product okay, to the right person with the right amount of quality. It's a part of the business. If you have a bad product and bad quality, who is going to buy? Forget the loyalty program, anything, nothing will work, sir. So that's what I'm humbly saying to you. It doesn't matter. See, sorry, sir, just 1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
So just 1 second. What I'm humbly trying to tell Amar sir is that if you look at Japanese people, they never talk of quality because Japanese will come with that quality because they never have to tell that. So when I feel very bad when we say our products are top quality, the product, as you kindly said, should talk for itself, and the rest of the things will fall in place.
Absolutely.
And Vinayak, I think what is very also equally true is when you say that CRM is required, you cannot really say that my business will improve now through CRM with bad quality. That doesn't go.
Correct.
That combination is not there at all.
Thanks for the correction, Dinakar sir.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay, cameras, please. Kaushik, Vijay Lakshmi, Kalpana Nagaraj, Meg Smith, Meg Spirit. Then Sanjay. Sanjay said he can't switch on. Purnima V, Vinay Kumar. If you want, you can switch on. Otherwise, we just take the snap like this. And Vinayak, thanks a lot. Thank you so much. I think we should possibly plan one more session, Vinayak, with you, only talking about the concept of CRM, not the software. And that I think will really be very, very good for all of us. As a refresher.
I'm grateful.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
I'm grateful to everybody.
बहुत बढ़िया सुना है सर. धन्यवाद आपका तहे दिल से. बहुत बढ़िया कुछ जानकारी हमको भी सीखने को मिली आज.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.